Alright, Jamie Lynn, you can float around.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. I am looking for paint.
Heat.
And maybe some cars. I just can't remember the last time I painted. Can't find my paint. Look, anyone who sees this has a beautiful evening. Or is currently having one. Where the frick are these things? Perhaps they're here.
Alright, sweet. Now I'll read out comments onto the stream. So that's all set up. What are you digging into?
Trying to get these paint.
You're on a paint kick.
Yeah. Watch.
Oh, do you need some help?
Yeah. Because I want to make the fish, but I need something to paint over the watercolor with. That's why I really want the gouache.
It's such a shame I'm not holding a camera right now, but we're giving Kynto video a go.
What happens if you don't like the gouache, and then we'll have two of the same kit?
It's funny. Like how we got two of the right hand retrieve for the the Cast King.
Yes. This is a very... Man, but that won't be delivered tomorrow. Anyway. The handmade jelly gouache set. I've been wanting to try those for, well, gosh, years now. No exaggeration needed.
It works. Sounds clear, right?
Very good, very nice. I've been quite excited for this for quite a long time, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it's got your pixel art. Look at your eyes and pretty cool.
Long time.
Basically had to build the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do each pixel by pixel.
It's been immense to even just witness.
Yeah. I mean, half the times I was showing you something special in the early stages, you're like, I don't know what changed.
Oh gosh, I mean,
Like, pixel blindness is what the term is.
Changed over and over again, I think, like, since the beginning.
Yeah. I'd say it's finally like homed in a wee bit.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, it's definitely changed.
That it's like not cohesive or anything like that. It's just very alive. That's just like the updates in real time. So pretty neat is a game. I mean, it's still a game being built that it's like being built as you can like exist in it or interact within it.
What do you think was like the biggest change recently? Like the whole getting the live chat thing properly working?
Yeah, because that like it's just such a surreal experience to be able to type something in a familiar chat like YouTube and then have it interact with what's on the screen, which is the little characters.
Yeah.
Eventually, maybe you could type like wear pink shirt and it'll put a pink shirt or wear black pants.
So more specificity in the commands.
Yeah, so when
Makes
they
sense.
instantly come in, it's like, ooh, what is this?
That is a cold iron brew. Do you miss the iron brew?
It's orange?
Oh god, you're gonna do that commercial thing on me.
It's like so pounding in the nose.
How was that Iron Brew?
You just change the speed. That's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, no, that's Jamie, and guess what? It's literally like this is like weight. So it's a crappy jug or whatever. But pick up the bottom. Try pick the
That's way more different than I expected to be. So
yeah, it's very legit. Like that thing can grind through fucking oxtail.
wow.
I think anyway, because I've always had problems with blenders, is getting the ones where it would like it would get stuck with ice.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So what's got you thinking paints? What is it you actually want to draw?
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah, I
Right.
just want to start like and I could use the gouache on paper.
What's the gouache?
That's those tins, the jelly gouache.
Ah.
Yeah, every few years I like get obsessed with wanting them again.
Yeah, so Jamie has shown me that you were showing me that St. Jamie, after like that, just to directly address you, but you were showing me these jelly paints. And I'm also quite interested, but is it $30 for one? How much was it?
Yeah,
How many colours did it come with?
a lot.
I mean, it's a lot.
48, but they have like different amounts. Like they have small ones, but I at least want one with like a good amount of pinks. Makes some really colorful stuff. And may hope.
Do they have a version of those paints that like dries like a puffy paint? Like, is it thick or is it like when you get it on a paintbrush as jellies? Do they come out like just like like watercolor? Like I don't know the terminology. I'm just curious.
Oh, so it's like an opaque watercolor.
Oh, okay. So it's a thicker one, kind of at least
Yeah.
color wise.
It's like rehydrate with water.
Okay.
It's good as new. But it's thick, so you could like this. It's just like water, and like I mean, if you use it thick, you would waste like the whole little pan of paint. But the jelly paint's like opaque, like, and you can use it like watercolor. If you look at the reviews, you can see like there's.
Is it in my recent messenger?
Yeah.
Is it? I'll go have a look.
Well, just look at Himi Jelly Gouache. If you look up HIMI Jelly in Amazon, it'll instantly.
Okay. Him jelly, basically.
Himi.
Me.
Yes.
Jaime.
Not his jelly. Him jelly. Him jelly. Gouache paints.
Hello, Rachel Miller. Right, so I'm looking it up.
I did this and I didn't write what the colors are from. I can't really tell.
Why do I always like want to spell jelly with the G for gelatin? Maybe. Oh my god, I can't find it.
Oh, these are watercolor pencils. Jelly, Jelly.
Somehow I typed him. You have a whole thing with me typing the wrong stuff.
HIMI.
It did it again. It auto-corrected that thing.
HIMI.
I'm not processing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you didn't send me that one.
Because it would last forever.
112 colours.
And if you look and if you do like the numbers, you get like twice the
Okay,
amount.
so like compare the quantities basically.
Yeah, it's such a small amount, so it's like more than enough for both of us. Like,
Right, so it's the 40. Oh my goodness.
it's
Where did you find these?
They've been around for a while now.
Okay.
And I've been dying to try them. Because I was trying to try all the different paints and stuff to build a collection so I could just go crazy. Because sometimes I just want to draw and be able to like doodle fluidly. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to draw. Because it's usually I'm not drawing anything specifically anyway. But coloring in has always been a huge road bump because the watercolor takes too many layers.
Okay.
Sometimes I just want to use the watercolor a little bit, or else I'll do it too much. But that I could paint over the watercolors when they're dry, and I think it'll be the perfect like blends of being able to efficiently add a ton of color with minimal layers and minimal materials, but like as many colors as I can possibly.
So you wouldn't be surprised to hear on on Amazon it says customers usually keep this item. You wouldn't be surprised by that.
No.
Okay.
They're very well received.
Well received
by beginners, professionals.
How many? You watch videos and stuff on them?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Surprised she hasn't sent me anything like that.
I have.
You have?
Tons.
Really? Okay.
For years now.
I got myself on the spot.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan Hash, you have to type move space up and that'll move you about.
Have I ever steered you in a wrong direction?
I'm not going to answer that one.
I don't mean on the road like a literal wrong turn. Okay. I mean like...
No, Jamie, you've never steered me in the wrong direction.
I'm trying to get it so we like go fly fishing and panning for gold at the same time one day.
Right, that sounds good though.
But after we take over Lake Worth, that's already been taken over, but we're going to take over the takeover by way of just like fixing up a small room in the back of my parents' house and like live happily ever after. Really. Yeah. Gonna have a bait shop / computer repair / record shop. What other romantic, like romanticized comic book shop /
Commodore 64 exhibit.
Laundromat / say Commodore 64 exhibit.
Yeah.
Well, you have like
got quite a wee collection actually.
It's just both of those.
God, is there any laundromats left in Lake Worth?
I don't know, but I miss them.
Used to have to go there. My mum and that, and we migrated from the UK to America. Didn't have a washing machine, which is pretty typical in Lake Worth. Honestly, like you get them outside sometimes.
I would rather hang out at a laundromat than like the laundry room of an apartment. Oh, and wow. I'm already thinking with my clothes because it's not like that I have Gucci clothes or anything. I just found them in like yard sales, thrift stores, and so are old or just like I just like them and have deemed them irreplaceable. So I feel the need to like hang around if it's in an apartment. I mean, I had rented a house, a small cottage in Lake Worth, and the washing machine was outside, and someone cleared it. It's like sopping wet clothes.
Yeah, see, my mum had clothes stolen right off the washing line, but actually taking it out of the washing machine, that's pretty next level.
Yeah.
Was it like fancy clothes, or was it like just...
I don't remember too much that. I lucked out. Somebody else was doing their laundry.
Oh, right, okay.
So, unfortunately, I don't want to say I lucked out because, but some people's not like, weird with their clothes, I guess.
Yeah, you're quite
because I'm like good and shattered for a minute, and then I like spend a good week trying to find the exact like size of the exact brand and like something.
It's kind of difficult for some of the things you have. I would say like a lot of them.
Clothes because they come out with so many darn clothes a year, so you can't like replace anything. Wow. Because like obviously you can't keep up with trends, but that's not really an issue. That's mostly, I feel like kids in high school and maybe it starts to fizzle out in college where people are already building their own identity anyway. Like if you look at a lot of advertising for clothes, it's always like, I don't know.
I remember I had to get like shoes from Walmart, obviously immigrants or whatever, very broke. I got accused of having Bobo shoes. And the guy was called Bobo. They called me my shoes Bobo. Like, not kidding. And he was like 18 in like bloody 6th grade. I was so confused by the whole situation. Very Lake Worth.
You never heard Bobo before?
Alright, look that one up.
Yeah, my mom says Bobo.
Yeah, I think it means like crappy clothing.
Yeah, Bobo just means cheap. I just realized that must be like a localized term. A lot of things are.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I've only really lived in Florida. I've not lived in any other states.
Yeah.
Since I came here.
Well, you lived on the West Coast.
I did. I lived on the west coast of Florida, but that shows how Floridian you are, no offense.
No, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Can you believe the Gulf of America little clip? I don't mean to bring up like.
Well, it's funny you say that because right now there's a post circulating of red tide breaking out in the Gulf of America. It's a really bad algal bloom. From the west coast, the town I moved to, like Cape Coral, it's like a giant algal bloom.
It happens a lot there.
Yeah.
There's like dead spots.
I thought it was a summer thing, though. I didn't expect it to happen in the winter.
No, it's like a thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it happens all the time, but I always hear something. Great shells, the most beautiful shells I've ever seen. And like in quantities, just like incredible.
Alright, Jimmy, this is funny. So read the actual term, because you've read this before, like the
Bobo has multiple meanings.
Yeah, one of them actually means wealthy.
Social class, a surname in Spanish word social class, a portmanteau of words, bourgeois and bohemian, bobo. Oh, bourgeois, that's funny. Oh, my mom's she either knows that already or is going to love that. A bohemian, bobo is a term used to describe a social class of wealthy, educated people who live a bourgeois lifestyle.
That was not my shoes.
Oh yeah, I just realized. Oh yeah, but I think maybe educated who live a bourgeois lifestyle but have nonconformist values. The term is often used in a disparaging way. But yeah, see, bobo can also refer to an imitation of something,
right,
especially a well-known product that is usually a lower quality than the original.
So he used it correctly. Bobo used the term Bobo on my Walmart shoes correctly. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good man. He was a good man at the time. I don't know how 18-year-old...
It's also a Nigerian slang term of endearment for a fashionable, savvy, and or flashy guy.
Well, I was also wearing a leather jacket in the summer. I was very confused.
Well,
yeah.
It was just calling you a fashionable, savvy, flashy guy.
Oh.
See, sometimes you wear nothing.
Should look up the Urban Dictionary definition.
Oh, dear.
Dog is crying. Lucy wants to go outside. Come here. What's it?
Bobo meaning Urban Dictionary. It's been a minute since I've typed Urban Dictionary at the end of a search. Bobo means love. Nice try, Diddy. Bobo, God bless you. Very cool. Oh, like MGA, Bobo, so maybe African. Like an African language. I just see that, like, G after, M. I don't know, I just like, try to know this stuff. Gosh, I talk myself in circles. I really need to learn how to shoot the food up sometimes. Bobo also means someone cute. Bobo is a Filipino word that means smart or intelligent. It is really common to the Filipino because they always say it. It's Urban Dictionaries. Bobo, noun slang, the breast of a woman.
Right, what did I miss you learn then?
It's actually just a pretty nice word. It means I love you in a few different languages. Bobo, people who believe that salvage is killing or executing someone.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. This test stream coming through Kynto and geographically coming from Southeast Florida. It is 4:14 in the morning. Maybe could get some yard sales right now outside.
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't see high tide till like 10 p.m., but that doesn't matter then. Like, to look.
Let's wash paints. Okay, so yeah, did you look at the reviews of them?
No, I didn't.
It's severe.
It's dangerous because it says it could arrive today between 5 and 10 p.m., so it stresses me.
That's crazy. Is that real life? Impossible. I could like vaguely hear myself in the other room. Oh, it's not an issue.
Cool.
It's just so sick. So my goal is to get the proportions and profiles down, doodling, just salt and pepper, pencil and paper.
What the fuck was that? I'm sorry. Can you explain that?
Serge had something land on his face, but he just like head-butted himself into the desk.
That's literally what he did.
Hello, Ryan Haas. Hello, Rachel Miller. If you're still here. Hope y'all are having a beautiful night. You spelled my name wrong.
I did not. Jamie, you said you didn't care. So I did that deliberately.
No, you can say that, but...
You know what? I'm leaving it till you continue what you were going to say.
But it's a handle, so what happens if they... That's like
fix it.
That's like putting, if the address is 222, that's like putting 227. And expecting the pizza guy to not get pissed. I remember once, I worked at a pizza place for a few months. I was right down the street from my apartment, and I was trying to do eBay, selling vintage. And, I've always had piles of stuff. I'm a filter feeder of sorts. But I take good care of it. I mean...
Alright, for the magic of technology, check your screen.
Well, water and vintage are not a nice combination. But... What? Oh wow, you changed it?
Yeah, it's alright. It's a whole interactive little scene.
Was it autocorrect? I don't know why my mom done and changed or spelled my name like that. Sorry, really.
You know,
I think I'm like super sleep deprived, but
the worst part is when I see the live chatters in your chat spell your name wrong, I'm always like, huh. So this is like really bad.
And Walter spells my name wrong.
Yeah, no, I've told him multiple times. Walter, if you're listening, buddy, Jaime. I just learned that tonight.
I completely forgot my handle's Jamie Lynn Barbarian though.
I thought it was Jamie Lynn Floridian.
I think that's just like the Instagram one. I think like there's like secondary. I have no.
You have a lot of accounts.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of just I wish I could write songs because they could all just be song names instead of email addresses and URLs. Well, not so much URLs. There's a few. Well, Bill Gates Fan Club, I donated to William here.
We do have BillGatesFanClub.com. Probably use that for this. This will be the Bill Gates Fan Club.
Yeah, I promise you. That works every time for telemarketers. My parents' phone gets more scam calls than I've ever experienced in my life. Like, even more so than getting a new phone number for Metro or Boost. Here in Southeast Florida, those are the, like, your really simple phones. $50 usually gets you a phone and, service. Well, anyway, after a few months, like, you could bounce. I don't know why sleep sometimes is a good thing and it's highly necessary. Words are not going easy, but I've been answering all of them just to make sure it's not like a doctor calling and something important. And they just insisted. And there's like the one guy that's selling essentially like burial plots. And so there's that. So I've been trying to establish a friendship with him. He's a very nice telemarketer named James. So every time I call, it's always the same guy for some reason.
Oh my god, what does he sell? I missed that part. I was
Like
moving the
burial
screen.
plots.
Burial plots?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dark.
I'm like, James.
Does he have an Indian accent? Oh, he does. She was nodding her head yes.
I did not say nothing.
Oh, okay.
He's very nice.
Yep.
I try to talk to him every time and he hangs up. But he always calls back. You tell me.
How regularly does he call?
Like every day.
Every day?
It's not okay.
That's not okay.
I've been trying to
Is it different phone numbers it rings?
I'm not going to do any of the accents that I perform for these people. But as soon as I find out it's not a doctor or anyone important, I use that time to at least like entertain the minds. And it's all good fun and you're kind of like taking up their time too. I mean, as long as it's not like an important thing where like will maybe benefit from it. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. And
reminds me of a subject though. So when I answered the phone, I go like really rude Scottish, like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I did that to Gray and he got really offended. I didn't know. He's like, oh, you don't have my phone number saved. He was not impressed.
I tried to talk about my feelings.
Oh no. Let's dive into that.
No. They never ask if they have any hobbies or anything. They never ask or answer anything, not even how's the weather. My dad always asks them how the weather is.
Wow.
But now it's all like, not all, but a good portion of them are robotic. Well, like voice, however you would say. And if you try to interrupt it, it'll go, oh, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Wow.
And some of them are breathy and very interesting. So like it was funny because the first night I got there, I just kept hearing, "Are you a human? Are you a human?" from the other room. And yeah, I did discover that like if you just say like bitch or something like that, like it triggers something and like it goes, we will put you on our do not call us.
Wow.
Yeah, like don't say it like aggressively, just feel like, because it must.
That's so crazy. I've never thought about that, but it makes sense. It'd be easy enough to do.
The calls are so frequent that you could notice patterns. You could like build like numerous theories and test them. And they're inescapable. We'll be on the phone like truly juggling all these random messages and bits of information that you have to get from one person and give to the next. And it's just nonstop beeping in. And like if you answer and hang up, you get an immediate call back from another number. And that's the thing that I think bugs me out the most also, is if you say something, like, weird or whatever, don't get a call back, like, immediate. I don't think ever. But if you just hang up good few times, immediate callbacks of, either voice recording. It's incessant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what you've told me, your dad has developed quite a distrust of the whole AI thing, like because he just recently got internet at the house, right, and like a smart TV and all that.
Yeah, and recently I've been really watching YouTube because now it's signed onto the TV. Mm. The ads are one thing also, which I mean, my parents have fallen for a few telemercials or whatever they're called, infomercials. However, a few were actual like scores. The pots and pans, these weird like salt and pepper looking ones, are genuinely a joy. I don't know how much they paid for it. I do remember once my mom ordered makeup and she somehow ended up on a subscription for somewhere I have a stick of it, the like biggest waste I've ever seen in my life. It's just like sticks of like shimmer. And I was like, I would never use this. And I looked and there was a box, like dozens of them, and they're expensive. It's supposed to be like real gold flakes, so you know it's like overpriced and just and they were getting billed for it, and that was during when my mom was actively in a coma. Where these boxes were just stacking up, and I was like, I have no idea what to do.
Oh,
And there's some other stuff, but
the drone,
the drone,
but they did get that money back on that.
yeah,
Did you go with that?
refund, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just believed one of those sites, and it was a fine looking site. It had a picture of two dudes that were like, we're brothers and we designed this drone off of our military experience. And I don't know if that like story's true in this kind of drop shipping site, just like hijack or that took it over, or just like used it as a mask. But yeah, that was like really stoked on this drone. But it just ended up being like, of course, like a hollow plastic thing, which is still gonna be fun to like, slice our fingers open on.
Yeah, I'll definitely done that before.
But yeah, and the products that are shown on the advertisements are like these glasses that it doesn't matter if you're nearsighted or farsighted, they work for everyone. And there's a few others. And Chuck Norris has a drink mix. I forgot what it's called already, but
It's a drink mix.
yeah,
Is it like one of those like
protein.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember what exactly was in it because it's like that I've been saying that for because he's trying to get more into health and just at least being a little bit more careful because unfortunately he is from the generation where sugar was good and fat was bad, like sugar and carbs perfect. But
yeah, that's definitely a thing that's pushed very hard.
yeah, and he loves his beer, so he gets like tons of sugar and carbs, but he probably has arthritis on top of everything. But like the shattered discs in his spine, like blue collar workers, their bodies are their machines in a lot of cases, and they end up all too often ground down to a pulp essentially. Because like I have like the PET scans of my dad's spine and all that, and he's got a hernia in his chest, just lifting things and digging trenches. He did irrigation his whole life, but he's also a perfectionist when it comes to it. And it sounds like nothing, but without irrigation, there would be no landscaping and no beautiful areas or yards. There'd be like natural forest if nobody did anything, but landscaping and irrigation go hand in hand to creating an atmosphere, especially, well, obviously outdoors. All blue collar is absolutely vital. I mean, without electricians, there would be no electricity.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Now having friends that can help, like when your parents say Steve broke, like Jesse, if he even wasn't able to fix it, you need someone that could.
I feel like programming is almost like white collar, blue collar, like light blue collar,
Describe that.
baby blue collar,
Baby, go into that.
periwinkle blue collar. Because it is like labor intensive, where you're using your body as the tool that. I mean, I guess that's it with everything. Like, a lawyer, like you're using your mind and everything that you've absorbed to compare, like whatever you're defending, which I don't know.
I've always seen it kind of as like selling the soul. A wee bit.
You
Like-
sweat a lot.
Yeah.
Because, like, the house will get like 20 degrees. And because the brain is a muscle, so one code here is programming. Yeah, like, I mean, it's visual. Like, I just visually see him, and he'll be dripping sweat.
Well, for goodness
Sitting there
sake, get
programming.
the summer and you want
I
AC
say-
at 78.
I say it's like, it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter.
Oh, for goodness snakes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. What a visual. I swear I'm not £400.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is an excellent test. It looks great. And if you go into Kynto and go into that room and walk around, like you would be walking around.
Yep.
I made that Jesus. It was one of the first pixel art doodles I've ever attempted. Kids really needed some pixel art,
Yeah.
and I am by no means that great, but I can doodle.
I think that Jesus turned out brilliant. I kind of rediscovered him recently. He's doing quite a dive in philosophy and like Abrahamic religion. So I was like, that's actually really cool.
Holy.
Pulled him in.
Yeah, and the Kamadini, the mother of all cows.
Oh, aye.
I also
Fun,
did
huh?
those tiles, which probably I'm the most proud of. Those lavender tiles with the stars on it. And also, you could also join in these streams. That's one of the huge sweet spots of Kynto is the whole point. There's many points, and it's it's being developed actively by Code here, and it's very fluid, and like everybody's ideas like could come to life within an instant, sometimes a few days. But anywho, it's for like hyper interactivity, meaning you can share your screen, your desktop, your mic, just type. So however way you prefer communicating can, and you could like have it so your typing messages will be read out, and it's gonna be sweet for streams because all of the comments could be read out, so nothing's missed. And you could also interact with the screen via live streams on YouTube. So if you have Kynto overlaid, like you could have chat coming from are going. It's wild. It's
it is wild, but yeah, I think that's pretty apt. Like the live chat from YouTube going directly into the Kynto stream, so you don't even have to log into Kynto for it to be a part of it, like a show. Like guests will be able to interact with hosts.
The art is just a mask of all the functions, because like obviously can't have just ether and abyss. However, if anybody makes pixel art or doodles in pixels and wants anything, even if you just like want to make something in pixels and never made anything in pixels and wants it to live somewhere forever, the functions themselves, I think what's going to be highly useful and bonus points for like art harvesting almost, because I could try to make any object. I just don't like. I sit down and make pixel art, but I can't focus on anything long enough. I made a Roseanne couch. My mom was like, "Why don't you try to make a couch?" But it's very like eclectic in that sense, and I find that brilliant. And I'm just rambling on so hard about that because I'm watching these bubbles go nuts. But it's ever changing, I think, is what I'm getting at. Not only in code, but visually. Like,
yeah, that was cool because I was able to change your like single bubble into like tons of bubbles and like applied physics to it essentially to like make smoke out of like one item.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Even things that like I had very little confidence in. I think that's why I mentioned pixel art so much, because I had zero experience in pixel art. I dabbled a little bit, and not only was it a true joy, but the stuff fit in so nice.
Really
Even just making one isometric tile and putting one together with a few other next to each other, it looks so like it's just true joy. I highly recommend. Ace Bright. I believe it's free. Is it?
No, I think you pay for it.
Pixelart.com. Pixil art.com. So not Pixel, Pixil art.com is a really fun place to dabble in pixels. And the first ever little attempt made some candles and actually had it printed on a notebook. I'm really glad Code did that because it ended up making pixels for a good minute.
Yeah.
Or poking around in pixels in a good minute. Hoping I'll be able to think straight in a few weeks, or at least straighter, so get back on at least being a little more productive in other areas. Highly recommend pixel art. And I see it getting a lot of traction now because it's really easy to transfer into crafts, whether it be needlepoint or the diamond painting. So there's tons out there right now.
And those multiple beads, you got you into like
perler beads.
Like that. What are they called?
Perler beads.
Those were sweet.
Yeah, I have a ton of those too.
How did you heat them together? I forgot.
I don't know, but as soon as we get more people in Kynto to do like the conversations, because the first one I want to host, because it's essentially a social media just with like pixel art avatars, and the first one that I want to host would be just like any person that does something, whether it be electrician or crochet or painter, and just talk about random materials. Like we'll talk about our favorite glues. Doesn't matter what it's for, because the darnest materials could be used in the darnest places, and knowing supplies unlocks so many things you can make. I don't know, I'm romanticizing the hell out of it. I just want to talk to a bunch of people about different tools and supplies.
Yeah.
To be totally honest. And code here is building a whole thing to do that on. Well, he's, like, building the whole thing anyway, and I'm like, "Holy trucks, this is, like, ideal, because all you need is a place to accumulate people where you're not gonna be, like, instantly, put in timeout or banned or what have you, obviously within reason, but so it could have, like, debates and, instead of, like, pressing a button that says "raise your hand," you could have your, like, character jumping or
Glowing or on fire was one of your ideas, was adding a glow effect.
and it could be with mics or cameras and, just want to try to make some place like that because, like, a lot of people are making videos on how people want to avoid other people, and I've always been an introvert, kinda shut in, spent most of my time at my desk. I dress really loud for someone who wants to, like,
Yes, you do.
slip by unnoticed, but with not everyone, obviously, but with seeing that being a trend, I'm like, "Oh, no. We gotta, like, get out there and socialize and community again, cause intense and, like, all the small local towns have been taken over by, like, shells and, like, I'll be real, corporations, like, if I sound like I don't know, it's real deal. I knew it was coming with, like, worth a lot because it's what people have been saying for a long time, and, I mean, the city just killed it, and just, like, got it to be so broke that someone I mean, just a bunch of people were able to just buy it, and, like, I don't know why they ever stopped doing late night on the Avenue. It's just the greatest city with the greatest locals and the greatest people, ran by the ladiest no. What am I saying? The laziest, wretched creatures. Sometimes they could be really nice if, like, you know, late night on the Avenue produced a lot of revenue for every business on the avenues. Now, you have a bookstore that kicks you out if you laugh or giggle at penis-shaped crystals and a bunch of other cute shops, yes, but, late night on the Avenue, y'all would have loved it. It was live music, it was a puppet show by a local who has rested in peace, but I'm sorry, I'm, like, very tired right now, but, a bunch of vendors, and it was mostly, like, locals selling their art, and and then they wonder why the downtown area kinda died out, because all that was left were, like, bars and one music venue, and then, other places, like, sort of I don't know, I'm just, like, complaining now.
I'm gonna quickly turn on the camera just on the dog, just so I have a clip of, like, the camera showing up, and I'll turn it right off. Just being a dog.
Not too long with the mic in my hand, and if you know, after
No,
5
it's brilliant.
seconds,
I'm enjoying it.
I'm, like, leaned back in my chair.
You are. You're posed up right now.
Really been grinding my gears. But so trying to prepare, like, little bits of my 5-year plan, my ever-changing 5-year plan, which I feel like everyone has one, and if they don't, but to, kind of put the stuff I wanted to focus on in a bit at the forefront, because one of my overall goals in life is to have a shop, and not brick and mortar, in an RV. Always been an RV, only because you could do festivals and just about everywhere, and, if you knew the rent of, like, any storefront in Palm Beach County, it's yes. I mean, a few years ago, a lot of the local restaurants were transitioning into food trucks, or people were opening food trucks rather than trying to get a spot. But I always thought, man, what happens if there's like these because of the food truck takeovers, but if there's food trucks and like RVs, but that were like kind of shops, like with clothes or antiques, like a little comic book store, like RV. And it's just stores. It'd be like a mall or something. You get the food court, you got your clothes, because food's important, clothes are important. A food truck that's like a supermarket that just sells produce. And that way, I like, could rent fields or empty spots by individuals if there's any individuals that own lots left, like like the regular ones. I guess.
So
I guess every individual is a regular one, but you know what I mean? Like, like Bob owns the lot next to Ross, and maybe we could all park our RVs. RV market.
whoa. So right now here I'm just demonstrating going through Jamie's treasure box. But I just wanted to show how easy it was to like share camera. So like how it is to have a guest come on. And there is a delay obviously because it's going through YouTube as well. But
Mm-hmm.
this is live. Like I'm literally holding the phone here right now.
Yeah, it's a sleep deprived test, and it's brilliant. Because y'all have to realize, like, this is just like what our fried minds, because like it's 4:45 in the morning here, and we're up all day and well worked all day, and
Got about that.
yeah, so fried. But this background could be anything.
This is really cool. And as Jimmy mentioned earlier,
And then
built
the
this
Kynto,
myself.
see in the front. I just asked him to use that room, and he built this room with the objects that are in there right now. And that's what I mean about pixel art. There's gonna be way more art. This is just like not placeholders because they'll always be there, but there'll be so much more.
Yeah.
And so this is as is, but you could have your room just be a small plane of like translucent tiles. So all your people could be walking around down there and like the whole screen is, and you can have it like maybe be invisible too. That might be a cool feature. Like how
I did code that actually. So hide the
yeah,
tiles, so it's just avatars that show.
yeah,
Yeah.
just avatars or just name.
Alright, that's a good one too. So let me show you what it looks like just to hide the items real quick.
And that's the thing. Like any ideas that pop into your mind that you think would make communicating and interacting easy or fun or interesting, just always feel free to comment any idea, like even if it's an object that should be in it for pixel art, like
So if I stopped having it hide all items, but it's hiding the tiles or you see right through it. And I'll add another mode where it hides the items as well.
because as programming is absolutely endless, art is absolutely endless, human imagination is absolutely endless, and on top of that, this is already built to be a social media and to like have like little community building, like instead of like world building, maybe community building. Because the early stages is very poetic. A little cheese, but who doesn't like cheese? Build a world of your own while a world is built around you. Because Kynto is like always changing, and on some days very smooth, beautiful. On other days, yes. So
Yeah.
it's pretty neat. So it's like ever changing, but instead of that being something to like not be embarrassed about, but you know what I mean, overthink, like, oh, people are gonna be like, this sucks. It's not. It's just like actively being built, and rather than having it closed and just like building it and only like friends or people code knows sees it, it's available for anybody to download, and it's just, like, always changing, it's sick. And then eventually it'll just be a full-on world builder with tons of pixel art. Because pixel art is becoming, more of a mainstay, even people just in crafts enjoying the aesthetic of it and appreciating, like I mean, pixel art can essentially be used as embroidery and needlepoint patterns, and I'm on a tangent, but it's it's just endless, okay.
Yeah, like I'm
Never
able to.
hesitate. It's a project, so all are welcome. And, mm.
I like your flower dissection. Where's the Lake Worth book?
Input is gold. Which one?
The Lake Worth book.
On my parent.
Oh.
I have 2 copies, but I think I left one at where I moved from. But I haven't seen it since.
It's pretty cool just being able to point the camera, like freak into it, your objects, and just show it.
That was the rarest shit, honestly.
It's just interesting to me too, because you're like describing like what.
Scott Maxwell told me about that.
What?
That book like 10 years ago.
Whoa.
Or he
Oh,
told
'cause
somebody else it.
missionary.
Yeah, he told somebody else about it, and I overheard it, and I was like, "Nuh-uh." And then I asked Scott Maxwell, and he was like, "Yeah, or something," and he's like, "You could get it anywhere," or something like that. I'm like, No." And sure enough, obviously did not you can't get it anywhere. It's like it was like a small little town nobody gave a shit about until recently. Until they turned it into Lake Worth Beach.
When did that
Yes.
happen?
Well, not that long ago, and people have been wanting it because Lake Worth is a large place and downtown Lake Worth is such a different place, which that was like the nail in their own coffin if you think about it. I don't know if everybody wanted it, but aesthetically maybe because like it is different, and the locals lived it. There's just like a kitschy, artsy area, and they're like little community. They built like the potted plants of just like artsy, crafty, kitschy spot is being branded now as local living. And Ron DeSantis did like a bunch of shit like this. It's like, you know what? Better off letting oh shoot, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I feel like I'm just like a little more candid because it's not my cheek.
You're not on video either, so you're treating it like a little. Well, this is my first interview, and it's going great. I actually enjoy it. Don't get me deported.
It's just so bizarre to have it like to see something like be branded as something.
Like a rebranding, what would you say?
I mean, it's like it must be just like I don't want to say it. Like I'm trying to like anywhere a place is built by locals and like perhaps it's all bought by resorts, and then the resorts are like whatever the locals were known for, like that themed.
Oh, there's a shop we ran into recently. We could actually clip that.
So like how Jamaicans can't access their own coastline, and like some people have to walk like miles and miles and miles, and it gets worse and worse because more and more like access areas are closed. But like all the hotels are like Jamaican themed. Obviously, it's Jamaica, but like it's like the feeling. Obviously, not on that scale yet. I fear because I don't know. I feel like the weird cities they're building out west is going to be eventually where they push everyone out that's on the coast. Because
like the Western
If
communities.
you lived out west, you know, unless they're gonna like poison every inch of it, the mosquitoes you can swim. You can actually levitate just by putting your arms and legs out and just like resting upon millions of mosquitoes. Like it's not like a full inch off the ground, but you can actually levitate.
What was that one guy that had the magic show where he like had everyone like try to
Chris
levitate?
Angel?
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Go into that.
It was mosquitoes.
It was
That took place in
mosquitoes.
Florida. It's brutal.
That's
And
brutal.
trauma. I
You know,
could probably
there's a couple of countries in Africa where they make a patty by swatting pans in the air and they build up all the mosquitoes and then they fry the mosquitoes as a burger patty.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that too, but it wasn't. Midges.
I did confirm that as well. I was just going to go into that, yeah.
Do they suck blood though?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then that's
But
alright.
it did say it was on Wikipedia and it's like multiple different insects are used, but this is the one. And it's like, well, if there's other ones, why don't you list it?
Mosquitoes like get
Yes.
midges. That's alright, but
Midges bite in
mosquitoes
Scotland. Midges bite.
But do they suck blood?
That's a good question. Is it a sting or is it a...
Because mosquitoes are eating like a bunch of drops of
look
random
up the Highlands and
like
hold on, let's see. I don't want to make it in Scotland.
Drops, full ones, maybe. Well, like you
They
know,
have hypodermic needles in their face.
Yeah. Like I would eat like other things that bite. I feel like maybe.
Like what?
I don't know. They
Leeches?
got me up so stubborn about it now.
Yeah, you were really into insects.
Into entomophagy.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to try to raise some scorpions just because like it sounds horrible, but like we're not vegan.
Yeah.
And food has become brutal to try to acquire like clean, nutrient dense, whole food. And so I was thinking outside the box, which wasn't outside the box at all. It was just like regular human. And scorpions were one that was like very shelly. Like, which I think I'd grow attached to them. They're darn badass little creatures. And I know I couldn't eat a tarantula. I could eat one if like I stumbled upon a vendor selling grilled ones, sure. But I couldn't like raise them, and then they're just too cool. And if they like, if you put your hand down and like it like goes on your hand once, my heart would be forever sealed. So I would just end up with a bunch of tarantulas. But the scorpions grilled is just crispy, and that like that skeleton. I can't remember what it. I read something. It's like not niacin or something like that. That's in shells you can't eat too much, and I just can't remember what shells it was pertaining to. So I have to read that. But kind of like a crustacean. And another thing was trying to find some good spots to find blue crab, and that covers a lot of ground as far as food. And soft shell crab is, you know, eating the shell, and shrimp, which come February, I am ready to ask Code if I could borrow his lamp to go shrimping, because Point and Inlet is really good to go with a light and a net. And what else? I'm stoked for mail because of the bait caster.
Yeah. That'll be good. Time travel.
No. If anyone that sees this happens to be into watching someone stab themselves on a fishing hook, I am currently learning to tie flies. The channel listed there Jamie Lynn Barbarian, and Code here is not only really good with capturing all kinds of critters under the sea, but he also codes. See, I'm a crafter, like pom-poms and popsicle sticks, so I know that's like limitless, so if anybody also wants like a website built, I think. Is that what
Yeah,
you do?
I build apps,
Okay.
websites as well. Web
Yeah,
apps.
so if you want like an app that that oh, I just want to think so bad.
I think it's time for a bed.
My mind is in slow motion. It hurts.
It's 4:59 a.m. Just so everyone knows. Anyone that
I hate being tired so much. I get so mad. My body fails me again.
oh my goodness.
Can't
Is that what you
wait to
call
put
it?
this thing in the ground. No, just kidding. Love you. Oh wait, this isn't my channel. Well, anyway, on that night, love y'all. Hope you have a beautiful season. Yeah.
I walked away the
Anyway,
wrong time.
uh, fellow human beings. This is a beautiful scene. I just don't understand. Like,
Why
that
not?
is
Badass.
badass.
It is lovely.
It's seamless. And you have to realize, like, this is the bare minimum art. Like, because right now the focus is on the actual programming of the, like, structure. Okay, I'm a crafter, so I don't know how to really describe this. But, you know what I mean? The infrastructure. And, what is it called? Commands and the things you can do. What is that called? Features.
Yeah.
And all kinds of things down to the little things too, like the movements, the eye turning, the fire, things can catch on fire. So a mix of like the infrastructure and little things. And it's all one person that lives with me, so it's amazing that he gets anything done at all. But to be fair, I will be very preoccupied because, yeah, life is life sometimes, and everyone's life is fragile. So love yourself hard and often. I'm sorry, I'm like staring so hard into the screen. This is the most beautiful footage, and I have no idea what I was saying. Happy trails, Leo.
That was brilliant. Thank you, Jamie. Good night.
But the tests are so freeing.
Oh, you want to see some code real quick?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
The Kynto radio banner is great.
Yep, so I have it fully configured,
Aw.
like, so I can sit here and code in this weird vertical screen, and it's part of the stream.
That's so beautiful.
So I can actively build it as like ideas come in if they ever do.
Well,
Well, to be fair, they do. You're a major source of ideas for Kynto, like the streaming functionality specifically.
only because like I'm like patiently waiting in line to use it,
That's true.
and only because it's not. I mean, it's promoted like here and there, but it's not like promoted because it is just
Just
so yeah. It's just literally just in building it, and so when there's more people that stumble onto it and start poking around like the way I do, like there'll be even more.
and watch this. I'm gonna combine the
Obviously,
game
it's just
and
one
this
person,
code.
so like it only like again, I don't know how it works, but you can only program one thing at a time. But I will keep an archive of ideas, because that is absolutely vital to something that's like a community like emulator. I don't know, not emulator, but like a online space that just people can randomly interact. I'm not sure how to describe it, but much like a live chat, if a live chat you can walk around in, that's at least how I'm going to use it. You can also just use it to build rooms.
So check that out. That's combining the stream and the coding.
Yeah! I don't think a screenshot's beautiful. I love the heck out of it visually. It reminds me so much of something that would have been like on a desktop computer.
Oh, so I've not released this feature yet, but you asked for it. And that's the code I just put up in the background. What it does is it takes the username of the YouTube commenter in the live chat and it generates a voice based off of that. So every username has their own unique voice. So that's something that
Oh yeah. I'm stoked on that. That's going to be sweet. And again, either spot, if anybody has any form of ideas or does any form of sorry to sound like a broken record, but this is a test. I am underslept, but not at all complaining. I am.
Another thing I did is I made it so we can change rooms while on stream.
Stoked on life. That's sweet. That's huge. Because you can do like a tour. Hey, the few rooms that I made, I have a lot of pride in. I think I did. Please go to my room. Not that one though. Oh, I thought you went to dungeon. I like this one too.
Where do you want me to go?
Oh, we should try to do a room that's like those carpets. It reminds me of those carpets. Doesn't one of the YouTubers Atozy?
City, yeah, that's brilliant. That's good, yeah.
Can you go to Pixel Paradise?
Yes.
I
did have to remove some items because of a.
I usually don't toot my own horn. It's sometimes probably quite annoying, but I think I did such a quaint job. Oh, I haven't seen it. Never mind. Son of a snatch.
Oh, for goodness snakes.
That son of a. This like moment in time just affected my room a little bit, and I haven't seen it since.
Yeah, I have to pull those pumpkins. They shouldn't be in there.
You could just I could just wait because I have to fix it anyway.
Okay.
I'll make pumpkins.
Jeez. Yeah, I haven't cleaned that room up properly. Oops. Let's see what else.
You could private it because I just want to take screenshots so I could like doodle some stuff. I want to do the pumpkins.
Screenshot, and then if Jason's listening, private it to remove all that stuff. Got like 99% of it, but jeez. Okay, Pixel Paradise.
I'll make pumpkins. I'll make pumpkins so good that well, I mean they'll be round and orange. They'll be so good, but yeah. I mean that lamp is just the worst.
Oh, your
Sorry, I haven't seen this in a minute, so it's like seeing it for the first time. For me, is very exciting because programming is magic, and I almost don't want to change that. I did try learning Python once, just because it was supposed to be like a simple task. However, I unfortunately fried my computer. It was already on its on its way out, but continue.
I'll zoom in.
Zoom out.
Tomorrow?
Zoom out. Zoom out.
Zoom in or zoom out? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, see those tubes to those two, but I have to change the. Well, I don't think so actually. I mean the tubes and the crystal.
We've got a bunch of different areas. Hold on, let me zoom around.
Yeah. You could do by crystal.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Travel by crystal. Are you ready for this? It's. And again, there's like bare minimum pixel art, like the gallery of art and objects is very small compared to what it's going to be, because it's going to like have a lot of emphasis on tons of different objects to make tons of different like rooms. I just have rotten focus and can't sit down for 2 seconds, unfortunately. And that'll change the.
Damn, this has a bunch of items that shouldn't be in there.
You could close that.
Okay.
It has like all the ones I made in it.
Yeah, that's the ones I wanted to focus on, but like I thought I did a better job cleaning up.
I'll just like remake objects, but like in like whatever.
I think I cleaned up dungeon. Maybe I just didn't hit pixel paradise. I just gave away my room password. Oops. Did you see that?
No.
Now you're seeing it.
That is beautiful. Well, I love how that's like.
Oh, you'll like this one. The pixel editor.
No, like I was instantly speechless seeing the lavender with the brown. I just really like even like the little things like that. Just was like stoked on. I love world builders, and when I loved world builders, they were, you know, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Well, I guess early 2000s, and not much experience with them, but it just kind of transports to that kind of enjoyment or interest in them. Which I think I did try to play a few world builders, and turned out they were a little too tedious and time consuming. However, I liked some of the military ones, like when you're making forts. Like that was kind of cool, but I never waited to see how like it played out, or at least I don't remember any of that. But and also the like Kawaii Pet Megu was. I still miss that game every day. Not well, maybe not every day, but oh, that's beautiful! I just realized that was you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I also built this because you're like, whoa, like look at this pixel editor website. You mentioned it earlier, and I forgot the name of it, but like it's like, oh my god, I have to go do that.
No, I saw it was larger pixels. This is nice, like to have like a whole canvas. This Kawaii Pet Megu was, I don't know if it was just on Apple, but It was essentially a Tamagotchi kind of deal, and a little critter transforms. You get to give them all kinds of treats, all kinds of decor, all kinds of snacks. But it was just very like the art and illustrations were just very cute, the colors and the palettes. And it was a feel good kind of game. And I never paid a dime for anything, and gosh, poked around with it for years every now and then. And like that puts you in like a space of like zened out tranquility, man. Like rather than scrolling like so maybe that was the secret to my happiness in those days. Maybe it wasn't my sewing machine. I had a working sewing machine very briefly in that time too that coincides with Kawaii Pet Me. I'm not sure which was the honey pot, but that game was a joy. And recently, trying to every few years, I'll try to see what's available on whatever app store, like whatever phone I'm using at that time, that is akin to uh, Kawaii Pet Me. And recently, the most I could find, and also this time I specified isometric because really I was like, now's a good time to try to find something because I really need isometric to see it more, like the perspective more, so I could like be able to attempt to make isometric pieces. And Kynto is an isometric perspective, and so specified isometric. So found. Ooh, I was hoping I would remember the name by now. Suki. Oh, well, the first one I will remember briefly, but the second one was Hello Kitty World 2. And it was kind of like you just built a theme park and you placed all your kind of rides and collect the money at the end of the day. But I tell you what, Sanrio had a hold on me like 90% of my childhood, 99.9% of my childhood. And my mom too, like when she was younger. And I was I need to ask her like the first time she noticed Hello Kitty. Like it'll be interesting to know. But I was showing her the other day because I keep meaning to the like glossary or the gallery of all of Sanrio's characters because they have some wild cartoons characters. Some things have just made appearances on a few objects, but some things have full on cartoons or like full on lore, if you will. Really interesting. Huge, huge arrangement. I mean, there's one that's like these like three grandpas and they have like tutus on. I don't know, I can't remember too well that one, but I know there's just so much. One's like a salmon steak or something. I have to refresh, but I really just handed her the phone and she was like, there's no way. Which trying to think of other things that but I don't know why. I'm too tired to get up, but I'm not too tired to get up. I also want to help Cook get his hours up, so I think I am natural. Ooh, I forgot this necklace. Just trying to think a little bit.
Oh, I made you a pinbot AI, pinback AI.
Ooh. Yeah, so they could make music for. God, that's one band that I really regret not seeing more of them. And believe it or not, Bill to Spill. It was just sounded exactly like the album.
I made an AI that was a Tamagotchi.
Oh, is it like beep, beep, beep?
Oh my god, I have to tell you about when I made the mistake of making an AI named my own username. And some users got really mad, people that came on regular to see what I was doing, because they were having phone conversations with Will, because I told it I was Scottish, told it I was a programmer Kynto, and I gave it details on it. So when they were asking questions about the game, it was responding in like such a manner.
That is so funny.
Yeah, no, they were pissed.
That's really funny.
Oh.
God, that's a
That's
whole
what he said.
wild experience I just never really thought about.
Yeah.
Anything.
They integrated the AI probably like within a month of the API being available, which is when ChatGPT blew up in the first place. So it was pretty early. I just never marketed it, done anything with it because I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to code.
I'm really excited to use it for all kinds of like little meetups.
Yes. Ow. Fuck. I was coming in to hurriedly tell you that, like, tell you how this system is, the AI, because it has Grill Master. So I created a bot to help me purchase a barbecue, and that's what like made me buy the crappy Amazon one. Now look how rusted that thing is. So I coded it a while ago.
Oh.
I'm just broke my toe right now. Feels like yeah, a wee bit painful. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good reason to cut out drinking, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I needed. Goodness sake. That's what happens when we stay on to it. You want me to kill it?
Oh my god, I totally forgot. It's in my
You
hand.
started poking about, didn't you?
Yeah.
Does that ever happen when you're live on like your channel?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Not so much anymore, but in the beginning, oh yeah.
What mindset shift do you go from like when you like are not live, like you're getting set up or you're tying a fly, to like when you hit live? Like what sort of mind shift?
I'll tell you, it's very simple. It's probably a little sad. This is my streaming like pattern. Over caffeinate self,
Right.
stream, crash, cut stream.
Yeah. Oh, you are a trooper when it comes to streams. I'm like, I've been on a stream recently. It was 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was on with you like the bloody time.
Yeah. No, I actually really enjoy it because I tell you, I'm a social butterfly alone in my room. And it doesn't matter if it's like, that's like perfect. And, you know, I really just want to do like community building in the sense like, wanted to find people to do markets and do vending and stuff. And like you're literally building a social media. It's all perfect. I'm I'm a shy guy, unfortunately. So not sure how to go about things a lot of the time, but I don't want to run out of time, so just going in all directions. Because like every direction is fantastic anyway. And I think there needs to be more spaces that are quite literally just a free for all as far as communication styles. It's not just silent messages. I mean, some places like you could respond with videos and comments. Mm.
Oh, that's cool. Coop popped on.
Mm.
Coop,
Hey, Coop! How you doing? Dangerously sleep deprived in these parts. However, can't complain. Trying to figure out what resin mold to bring because I realized I could be putting all the scraps in said resin mold. Well, if I put some of the scraps from Brace's shop, which is BST Fabrication, support local if you're in Lake Worth and need some machine work or something. I don't know. But could get scraps from all the local Lake Worth shops. Gotta get some wood scraps from a local carpenter.
Yeah.
I put all the scraps in because these earrings handing to Code here.
Look, that's Coop's message. So Coop, it reads out your message into the world here, and if everything's set up, you should hear it read out your message as well into the chat. So we'd be able to hear you, and so can other people on the stream. So you could like basically become part of it. So that's like the main component really right now.
Yeah, no, you really should word it because I struggle describing it.
So I do have a script if you want to read it. That would help me out.
Oh yeah, but
Alright.
you should also because like we're here because
That's
you know
true.
exactly.
So I could turn my phone on, Coop. So I could actually, I'm in Jamie's craft room right now, and I can show you some of the items she just handed me. It just makes it really easy to kind of
Demonstrate.
demonstrate. Give me a second. I basically just pull up the link on my phone for this room, and I'll be able to join the stream. Let's go in here, click share camera, and I'll go get you some stuff that Jamie had. So she built out some earrings. So I should go clear the space. So there's space in the background, so actually see it. So in the background of the game is like other video streams or microphone sources or even like screen shares. So I just took my phone, walked in Jamie's craft room, and yeah, now I got this out of the way. I'll go show you some stuff. There's a pair of earrings she just handed me. UV resin, right? And you hand place every item in there.
Battle scraps is from Bryce's shop to all kinds of stuff, like lip extenders to auto parts to oh that bottom or bottom did you say that?
He loves the Jesus Jamie. That's brilliant. That's my favorite.
I did that. That was one of the first like pixel art. If you ever do pixel art though, even if like just like a round circle because like random shapes have these too. And it's fun as heck. Looking around the little thing. This local gotten to be so invested that I'm thinking through all kinds of reasons. We have to go to the store all the time. But as a vendor of handmade goods, we learn that we are your best associate.
Oh, that's true. When I opened this Jimmy to look for the crucifixion, like,
Oh yeah, this
all the
is
variety.
and these are peacock feathers I found in a gym photo.
Do you wish it was on a fly?
Mhm.
What happened, mate?
Oops. Peacock curl. And that I made in middle school. That's before high school, well before I was in high school. I just like tinkering with crafts a lot, and I filter through a lot of crafts. However, they're all the same, all things you wear. So, really wanted to transition into something. I mean, I can't make something you can eat, and maybe I'll try hunting once, but I don't really have like I like fishing, but I don't know. I'm not against hunting or anything like that, but I don't know if I'd be able to go with someone, but like to watch and to like maybe get some flight time materials. Before we've been like craft supplies, but just general. Yeah, right. And like definitely wouldn't mind some more friends that hunts and my dad's best friend hunts. And ooh, does he get some treats? Oh my god, I haven't heard that in a minute. That is Kurt Cobain, but I haven't heard that in a minute. That just reminded me of like 50 different musicians at once. And like two like fish, like I mean obviously like they're not just like hunting anything that moves and then like dang it we got the wrong one or something or misidentified. I mean I'm sure that happens like with like gender and that kind of thing. I don't know much about hunting at all, but uh kind of like and I have been trying to trek through well, not lately 'cause been out of town, but trying to trek through to find some materials at the hunting grounds, and there's, like, a gut pile, and there's signs that's like, "Gut pile over here." Pretty intense. But, like, fish, if it's, like, not something that you plan on eat, you put, like, right in the water and, like, hope it's good, I guess. I mean, uh, and it's not like a high and mighty thing, I have a lot of respect for it. And same like, spearfishing almost kind of is like hunting. Spearfishing blows my mind. And a lot of the videos, I can't really make sense of it. Like, sometimes you'll see the like the fish almost kind of like approach the spear fishermen? Like, are they hiding, like stashing themselves and then waiting for a fish to approach? Or do they go down, or is it just like some maybe those videos we're seeing like that just happened to be a curious fish? I don't know, just like one of the most intense things I can think of, and then that thrashing of the fish could bring in more predators, and it's just so intense on like a million different levels. It's very neat, very impressive, but almost like hunting in a way. Oh wow, Cooper. Perhaps you were bitten by a tick. I read that once, I think. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Um, 'cause is it alpha gal or is that something else? Because I know it can trigger hives in animal products. I don't know if it's all animal products or it's, I do have to say though, it is kind of a cool sounding name, alpha gal. But unfortunately, I did read some pretty uh just intense. So feel for it, man, 'cause dang, hives are no fun. I got hives like if fabric is just too, I don't know if it's too plasticky or what, or like the weave is too thin. I don't know. Like I had to immediately change earlier because it looks like I got bit by a million ants. Oh wow. So I dabbled in a little pixel art just out of necessity, kind of, and just like more than happy to try to tinker with the cute little squares. But there's a free software called Pixel Art, but it's spelled Pixil art.com. Really fun. And I just done a few things like the eyeball that's rotating. Code made it rotate, but I made the eyeball and the Jesus and the crystals and the clear crystals. You can actually click those and it'll shoot you around the map so you don't have to walk. And you could place those anywhere. It's an object. Wow, I think that's literally it. And I remember reading something too, like, um, someone I don't know what's, like, the original, but eating shrimp and then working out, like, causes a reaction. Bodies are wild. That's all I can ever think.
You know, one of the symptoms I read about Lyme disease was developing an allergy to red meat, one of the proteins in it.
Mm. What would that mean?
So when I had that really bad reaction when I combined like milk and lamb and I kind of burnt it in the toaster oven and still ate it, I had like, remember when I woke up and my fingers were all swollen apart and everything? It's crazy. I had a crazy reaction. Never had that with food, never mind meat. I looked it up. There was two things that came out. It was like one was alpha gal, the other was like protein disorder induced by like Lyme disease. That's the only time I've ever had like a reaction to food was lamb and milk, burnt milk.
Man, I appreciate it, crew. Oh shit, I gotta take a screenshot of that.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is really
because
cool.
like appreciate brutal said that I was the best part and it was
Nah,
I have no idea how much that
100%.
made.
You got so hard into pixel art
Yeah,
before.
it makes me I wanna make more because the eye and the lamp in the back. Oh, there's a few of the lamps. The lamps with the light around it. The clear crystal, that lavender tiles with the sparkles on it. A few random things. And and Jesus, oh, I already said.
I can spawn your items in. You want me to do that?
But I was happy to, was working on a fly tying vise, and I really do want to have a little dock,
Yes, please.
like kind of like I guess like a fishing dock.
Fishing pole would be cool too. It would be good, like your character could carry around a fishing pole. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Coop, any ideas? She's not kidding. She will draw them, and it would be great for kids. So,
Yeah. And same thing if you try pixel art yourself, because it will live in Kynto forever. I think that's pretty sweet. So I could always. Right on. Mm.
Would you ever play Club? I can't speak. Club Penguin. Do you remember that?
See, I remember it, but I can't remember anything excluding like maybe like the first room or igloo or like I didn't build anything. Or...
No, yeah, I was aware of it back then. It was definitely one of the games that like that kind of inspired this 100% Coop. There was another game called Habbo Hotel, which where you could like free type and stuff. And I couldn't afford playing it when I was a kid. You had to pay for items and stuff. So I figured I'd code one, and kind of never let that go. Never ever let it go. But Club Penguin had a cool Easter egg, Jamie. So the iceberg room, I think like if you got enough people jumping, I don't know if it was like urban legend, you could get it to flip.
Wow.
On the if you know anything about that,
I
I
love
think it's
those
cool.
type of myths.
Yes.
I heard you had a video on that was a list of them, and it was something I never really thought about.
Oh, aye.
Like Pokemon level, like things in Pokemon, like certain levels
Easter
or
eggs,
areas. Yeah,
essentially, yeah.
but the Easter egg itself is the urban legends. Where is my Mylar? Looking for like a basic mold to keep on hand. This'll do. Oh, and it has
That's cool. You
tears.
said it did flip. And there's a video online now that's about. I could probably pull that up into Kynto Clip, so I can share screen from my laptop and then pull that into here real quick.
Please
to
do
demo
that.
I'll mute the
I can
audio
tell
to
you.
not upset YouTube, but
There's a bunch in here. Oh yeah, found it. Sweet. Yeah, because I could put feathers and flowers and make some really, really quick but really special earrings with the scraps. Because I'm trying to make a little bit of everything. Without going overboard or frying myself, because I want to get back into vending so bad. And I want to make some new jewelry stuff. And so I usually just, I guess, will think of a few materials that I would want to work with, which I really like just making anything out of anything. So I guess I just think of it all as kind of like colors and textures. And I will make sure I have a bunch of that to just mess with it until I get a good little pile of something. And a bunch of variations. Like this go around is going to be making these flower earrings in a sequins. And they're just a big bag of bulk sequins, but you can stack them to make kind of 3D flowers. It came out pretty neat. And they're made of salvaged copper and salvaged bead. The pearl and stuff. And a lot of these techniques is going to transfer great into fly tying, so no time is misplaced. Or no time feels misplaced, I should. Just slowly sifting stuff. Trying to get a little bit of like. I really wish I could just have a cart that had like all the good things.
hey Coop, so appreciate that. Pretty much, it's pretty much a work in progress. So like, I've not had a ton of feedback like outside of like Jamie and those around me. So if you got any feedback on that, would be good. But basically, like, I don't see a time this will ever be finished, but we'll just start using it. So it's easier to get some feedback, I suppose, to improve it. But it's up right now. Like you could actually join this room on kintoparty.com. It was actually Jamie's idea for the name. The party part shows it's party in the USA. Kintoparty.com, and you can like go in and you can like use the UIs. You can see more of the stuff, and you can also control your character more on the screen there. one other wee features you can spawn in different types of like AI. There's not a ton. There's obviously no one on it right now, but there's all these AI profiles. Like I use this one to help code.
Form. Here's a brief overview. One video streaming. Bro, you've got an accent.
Give it a guess, Scoop. I'm curious. But I didn't see there. Now your chat messages will actually be read into the stream. So like when you type something, your audio will go right into the stream, so other people will be able to hear you as well. And Jamie had a cool idea, which was having usernames have custom voices. So like based on your username, you'll get a custom voice. It's not set up yet, but I did code it. I just haven't released it.
Yeah.
You are a well of good ideas, Jamie. That's for sure.
Yeah, so please, Coop, if you have any ideas, like, it really comes down to the ideas, because, like, half the time I don't know, like, I'll spend sitting at the, like, I'm getting to the point where I don't know what pattern to tie, and I'll spend more time, like, sifting patterns. It's almost like that, because you could have any feature, like jumping, or, it's just limitless. It's like, he's programming everything from scratch, and like can program anything from scratch. And it's really for everyone to be able to poke around and like post things, could straight, because it's gonna have like a aspect that's where it's essentially a streaming platform, because you could hide like the Kynto thing and use it to stream mobile with more than one guest, because currently on YouTube mobile stream you can only have one guest at a time. Well, just one guest. And you can't like tap the screen on the selfies mode, I guess. You can't tap the screen's focus. So things like that, or like any direction, whether it be a feature or aesthetics.
Yeah, I think one would be that the mountains gotta go. BCS, it's kinda messing with the UG stream. Also something like if you type like move left, your character moves left, etc. Give it a go, that does work.
If you bear with me, I'm gonna put a phone in here so Jamie can hear your messages. That way we could try having like.
Testing read out.
Alright, cool. Now your messages will read out directly, so Jamie will be able to hear you. So what I want to test here is just using it as like a way to conversate. So she doesn't have to look at the comments, just read them out to her.
Yeah, nobody has to look at the comments, but they could use it. Or and then when other people use it for stream, it'd be the same thing. Like, that's my favorite part is it's gonna be a tool. It's not gonna just be for us to stream, but for anybody to stream. Mm-hmm.
Type it without the quotations. I should remove those. That's confusing instructions I could, but I'll remove that. But also, I wonder if this YouTube off. I'm only allowed 10,000 requests a day, and I'm still tweaking it to make sure it's not burning through the requests. But yeah, you just type move left, no quotations, and that should go through.
What's gonna happen when there are too many people? Which comments will it read? It'd be kinda overloaded, no?
Well, we could filter it by members or like age of the YouTube account, or even make like a whitelist. So you have to be Jamie's friend in Kynto for it to read out the messages.
Or whoever's streaming's friends.
Yeah, exactly. But did you hear that? I read out his message right to you. And
or maybe just moderators, and then moderators
approve them.
Yeah, or yeah, essentially.
But yeah, we were just able to hear a message there, so we don't have to look at the chat. Just read it out. Pretty cool. I think moderators are a very important part of like moving this forward.
100%. People are in general.
Yes, you say that.
I mean, people really are the most important thing to life and society. Again, I used to be really like kind of a shut-in, I guess. When the world like started leading up, I was like, no.
It's like you're behind the Jesus group. Guys, and the move commands don't read out into the stream, Jamie, but like it's controlling his character. It's painstaking. You're moving one title at a time, but doing what we can here with YouTube. And like a typical streamer wouldn't have like the mountains and stuff. Jamie requested that one specifically to do that then.
It's not moving.
I've seen you go behind the Jesus crypt. So if you type move right like 3 or 4 times, you'll pop up next to the other avatars you are behind there. So type move right. You might have to do it like 2 or 3 times to get back visible, but there you go. They're starting to come out. So it's only asking YouTube for the chat commands every 10 seconds. That's why it takes a minute. I can speed that up, but I got in trouble by making it too quick before. But there we go, directly behind Jesus. There you go, see? It is hooked up. And if you type jump, you'll clearly see your user jump where it is too. You're just to the right of the Jesus. And if you go on the actual website, you have way more control. Like, look how easy I can walk around. You can use arrow keys or mouse.
Oh right,
Whatever you want.
IWS wondering about the delay.
Yeah, so next test group I'll change it to 1 second. That'll be way quicker, way snappier. You're basically waiting 10 seconds for it to pick you up. Plus like a couple of seconds for the delay for YouTube. But we can get it down to like 3 or 4 total. And if you type wardrobe, it'll change your clothing. It'll just like randomly assign you an outfit that another user's already picked before. But
What was
you
the
can use
website
that to
again?
change. It's kyntoparty.com. Yeah, that's why this was cool.
Cooper joined Christmas 2024.
People just joined. Hold on, let me share the audio so you can hear us in Kynto. He's in there.
Joined Christmas 2024.
Cooper joined Mountains.
Mountains.
Hey Coop, you should be able to hear us now, right in here. If everything works. Let's see. Testing. Okay, let's have the chat open.
If you click the
If
chat
you
at
click
top,
the
you
chat
can
at
hear
top,
us
you can
without
hear
being
us
on
without
YT.
being on YT.
But maybe you can hear us already. But this is zero delay, so this is real time. Right, Jamie?
Oh no, it's so cool. Oh, that's how our first ever like use of this app. Very cool.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, definitely. Especially from the channel, it's pretty sweet.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so neat. Oh, that's so sick. Ah, finally, that's wild. I appreciate you popping in. That's so surreal to see.
And hopefully you can hear us because I piped in the audio directly into Kynto.
Cool.
When you maximize the video box, the chat box gets hidden.
Yeah, I'll fix that for people. I basically need to make a stream mode
I'm
because I
using my
wanted to
phone
hide the
RA.
chat box for Jimmy's streams and stuff, but I will get that back. But if you maximize the video in the chat window, you should still be able to type in that chat window. But yeah, when you go back to the game, it hides the chat box. I'll stop that. But that's good stuff. I'll fix that. Cheers, Coop. And hopefully you can hear us right in Kynto. This is real time, so in the chat, like other users are able to share microphone or anything like that. So, but
Cooper joined Mountains. Hello world.
hey, Coop, welcome. It's brilliant. I don't know if you heard, but Jamie really appreciated you hopping on and testing this. This is definitely like the first time I've had anyone come over for my channel and give it a go. So, appreciate the feedback. And on your phone, if you just tap the screen like the green grass, you could make your avatar walk about and stuff.
This feels like back on the days FR.
Oh, Jamie. What are you doing? What?
Could be just me, but it'd be easier if there was a single menu option on the user's screen instead of multiples which take you to different sections of the same menu. TFFIRT.